We're going to talk about something today that's either more serious than usual or less, depending upon your point of view. We're going to talk about somebody who was doggone famous around the year 1970. As far as I was concerned, and as far as a lot of other 12-year-old boys were concerned, this guy was the god of plastic model airplane kits. And I'll show you some of the stuff that I've got in my old magazine collection, but believe me, this wasn't all there was to it. He was a regular contributor to all the magazines that were available in the USA. His name was Lee Scow. I'm not sure that that's how they pronounce the name. I didn't know the man. I never met him. I never knew anybody that knew him. But his work stuck in the collective memory. When you ask any old timer like me, who am I talking to? I'm talking to old timers. When you ask any old timer like us, who do you remember from those days? It's going to be Lee Scow. Of course, it's helpful that it's an easy name to remember. At my age, that counts for a lot. I'm going to show you now some of the work he did back then. Here's a January 1971 scale modeler. And here is the brand new Hasegawa FW190 in 1/32 scale. And as you can see, modeled by Lee Scow. Now this is a good example of his work. It's not what people consider to be the latest and greatest nowadays, but it was so clean. That clean airbrush look, that was groundbreaking. Look how glossy it is. That was his style. That's what he did. Whoops. So much fun. This is December 1972 scale modeler. Look at that cover shot. Look at that cover. That's a Hasegawa Hellcat. The Hellcat kit. 32nd scale. By Lee Scow. Right there. Ladies and gentlemen. Here's the money shot right here. Here it is. Look at that. Yeah. There it is. Can you build the Fleet Air Arm Hellcat from this kit? Yeah, you can. Lee Scow did anyway. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Scow, or maybe he, being an artist, you know, one of the things that we don't do is we don't refer to these artists by their last name unless they're special. Scow was in this copy of Scale Modeler twice. Hasegawa MiG 17, brand new kit at the time. Models by Lee Scow. Lee Scow, right there. February 73. You open up your February 73 issue of Scale Modeler. You're looking at an ad for that MiG we just saw. There's some polyester. I can't get that anymore. There's a micro-scale decal system, really poorly explained. I couldn't even figure it out from that explanation. Jeez. Strategy and tactics. Remember them boys. I remember cutting out this coupon and yeah, this got me to subscribe. Look at that. Look at that. USN. Oh my God. Here we go. Models by Lee Scow. Zeros. All those Hasegawa Zeros, they're basically the same kit. They just have different packaging and different cowls. I think maybe the wingtips are different on one of them. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's different. Models by Lee Scow. Let's press on here. July. Where did it say it? July 1973. Scale Modeler. 73 Hobby Show is in review in this issue. What else is in here? Check it out. The Akagi. The bad guys in the movie Tora Tora Tora. Bonsai! Oh, what's over here? Article by David Dells? That's what I've been guessing. Model by Lee Scow. Model by Lee Scow. Once again, Lee Scow is everywhere. Was it just Scale Modeler that liked the guy? Oh, no. These are all Southern California publications, I admit that. But there wasn't anything else. Not in the USA. June 1969. This is one of the first magazines I ever bought. Not this particular copy, but one like it. Here we go. How to Build the Diorama. Legend of the Lafayette. Go inside. What do you find? All of the planes on these pages are the work of Lee Scow. Get some Lee Scow. Lee Scow. Lee Scow. Clean. Neat. Rigging. Beautiful. Moving right along. Here's another old-timer magazine, 1001 New Model Airplane Ideas, summer 1969. Here's an article on marking your planes as the Finnish Air Force. We all love the Finnish Air Force, let's just face it, right? Here is a Revell Buffalo. Lee Scow built and painted the kit. He built and painted all of these, except for this one. This was by a modeler named Dan Wilson, who was a brush painter at the time, by the way. Yeah. Respect for Dan Wilson. But we're going to talk about Lee Scow's incredible masking. Look at that airbrushing. Look at how neat, clean. That's not easy to do, by the way. He built this really beautiful DO-17 monogram from the new monogram kit, new at that time. Look at that. Takes the breath away. That name was burned into my memory. I mean, some kids were big, they're big on Mickey Mantle. Got like James Brown, Wilt Chamberlain, not me. My hero was some guy named Lee Scow. What happened to him? Well, over the years, that ain't too easy to figure out. Nobody is paying attention. I did find an obituary, though. After years of looking, I found an obituary, and here it is. Lee Allen Scow. Is this the same Lee Scow? I have no way of knowing. I'm taking a wild guess here. It just so happens that this particular Lee Allen Scow was in the right part of the world, and he built models. But it's not exactly like they made a big deal out of it. It says Lee A. Scow passed away at the age of 82 on July 7, 2015 in Lancaster, California. Born in Santa Clara, California to parents Clinton and Marjorie Scow. He is survived by his wife Bertha Scow, daughter Pamela Scow, son Donald Scow, daughter-in-law Phyllis, and grandsons Donald Scow Jr. and David Scow. Lee proudly served his country for 12 years in the U.S. Marine Corps during the Korean and Vietnam Wars. He was a proud man that enjoyed building models, tinkering on old cars and trucks, and gardening. He was a pet lover of animals, but mostly cats. Memorial service for Lee will be held on August 12, 2015, at 10:45 a.m. at the Riverside National Cemetery, Riverside, California. In place of sending flowers, the family would prefer that you make a donation to a veterans organization of your choice. Is this our Lee Scow? I think it is. I think it's a pretty safe bet. But do I have any actual proof of it? No, I don't. I could leave a note here on the obituary page, which was kindly put there by the Joshua Mortuary in Palmdale. Those of you who don't know, the Joshua tree is ubiquitous in that part of the world. I don't know. I could put like I said, I could put a note on there. Would I get a response? I have no idea. This was 10 years ago. Not sure what to say about that. I'm not sure what to say about this at all. I'd like to be clever enough to come up with some really clever thing to say, but truth is I just don't have it. What I would like to do is I'd like to see the society, not the IPMS society, but the General Society of Plastic Model Kit Builders become a little less neurodivergent and just possibly, from time to time, let us know who the people are who are building the models and what they're up to. And somehow, I don't want to turn people into celebrities. I don't want paparazzi chasing them around the highways. But it would just be nice if we had more insight into who was who and what they were up to and so on. If I'm volunteering to be the central clearinghouse for this information. If you want to drop me a line, let me know. I would be more than happy. I mean, you can send me notes about the color of German airplanes on the Russian front, and I'll be like, oh, not that. But if you send me information like this, I will really put some work into making sure that it gets recorded. It's going to get put up somewhere, and somebody's going to remember it. Remembering is hard, obviously. And our heroes are the people who build plastic model airplane kits, not the pilots who are out flying around. They're everybody's heroes. If they're the fighter ace. You know, the guy that shot down Yamamoto, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he deserved a big pat on the back. But he's not a hero in my field. Lee Scow was a hero in my field. He built plastic model kits. He was the god of plastic model kits in 1970. Okay. Like and subscribe. Put some comments in there if you knew him. If you knew Scow. If you knew his work. Make a comment. If you were his drinking buddy, or whatever, you were his buddy, fellow cat lover, drop by, drop a comment. Let me know what's up. Let us all know. We live in an age when you're really only as important as your 15 minutes of fame. And I really don't think that Lee, Mr. At Scow, got his proper 15 minutes. Scow, one of the greats. Salute. Like and subscribe, and send me money if you feel like it. That's all for now.